here in Jakarta, 7:25 in the evening, and there is Istora Stadium, almost certainly the most iconic badminton venue in the world. Semi-finals day, and after that first thrilling men's singles semi-final, we turn our attention now to mixed doubles, and the first of the mixed doubles semis features last year's beaten finalists and the Olympic silver medalists Chan Peng-soon and Goh Liu-ying, number 5 seeds, up against Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping, the number 2 seeds from China. Well, when we look at the mixed doubles draw from the quarter-final stage, only 4 different nationalities involved, because there was 3 pairs from Malaysia, 2 from England, 2 from China and 1 Indonesian pair. In the top half of the draw, the gold and silver medalists from the recent European Games in Minsk, the gold medalists Ellis and Smith and the silver medalists Adcock and Adcock, both lost in their respective quarter-finals. Adcock and Adcock losing from a winning position in the deciding game. Bottom half of the draw is also a Chinese pair against a Malaysian pair. So 2 Chinese pairs, 2 Malaysians at the semi-final stage. And let's welcome first of all the beaten finalists from last year. The number 5 seeds this year, Chan Peng-soon and Goh Liu-ying. Of course, their greatest moment was in Rio de Janeiro at the 2016 Olympic Games, when they reached the final and won the silver medal, losing out to Indonesia's Tontowi Ahmad and Liliana Nasia. Oof, almost went all the wrong way, I think, there.
Please welcome Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping.
The number 2 seeds, Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping, making their second appearance at the Indonesia Open. A year ago, they lost in the quarter-final. And who did they lose to? None other than their opponents of today. It was 2 straight games a year ago, 21-19, 21-14 in 38 minutes. And then Chan Peng-soon and Goh Liu-ying in the semi-final went on to beat the now world champions Cheng Shiwei and Wang Yaxiong, who are also in the semi-final stage here this year. This will be the 5th meeting between the 2 pairs. The previous 4 honours are shared, but Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping, most importantly, won the last 2 of the total 4 encounters between these 2 pairs. But the last time they met was in the quarter-final of the Malaysian Super 750 event earlier this year. And the Malaysians actually had 2 match point opportunities before Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping eventually won 27-25 in the deciding game. So here is Chan Peng-soon, who is 31 years of age, father of 3 children, and his youngest son, Julian, turned 1 4 days ago. And poor old Chan Peng-soon was obviously unable to be at the birthday party, but I'm sure they'll celebrate when he gets home. Goh Liu-ying is 30 years of age now, from the historic state of Malacca, southwest of the Malay Peninsula, UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's a beautiful place. If you ever get a chance to visit it, well worth going. They have been as high as 3, a total of 17 weeks as world number 3s, but currently 2 places down from that. And as far as the beaten finalists from last year are concerned, well, they struggled in the first round against Ronald and Salfika, and they struggled against the other Indonesian opposition in the quarterfinal yesterday. The 2-time defending champion, Tontowi Ahmad, with his new partner, Winnie Kandau, for that one. So as far as Wang Yilu is concerned, he's 24 years of age, as indeed is his partner, but they are currently number 2, but they did spend 5 weeks in total across 2 different spells as world #1s. He and his partner are incredibly looking to reach their 5th consecutive final while competing in their 6th tournament of 2019. To say they've been successful this year, I think, is a little bit of an understatement. In fact, they're looking to reach their 7th final in... No, I've got that wrong. Looking to reach their 8th final in their last 9 tournaments since the Fuzhou China Open at the end of last year. Well, in the first rounds, their opponents had to retire. Wang Qilin had a bad back. He picked up in the final of the US Open. And they've been winning everything in double quick time. In fact, their quarterfinal against Gosu Huat and Siobhan Jamie Lai,
Ready to play.
Malaysians only scored 19 points in the whole of that match. So Kelly Hoare from Australia is our umpire for this, and Tommy Oscariano of Indonesia, our service judge. So Steen, I hope you agree with me that Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping, although they're #2 in the world ranking, have been the most outstanding mixed doubles pair this year. 4 consecutive finals, looking to reach their 5th consecutive final, but they haven't played as many tournaments as a lot like their opponents. This is their 11th tournament of the year for the Malaysians.
Yeah, they play an awful lot of tournaments, whereas Wang and Huang, they more cherry-picking their tournaments. I think they're an outstanding mixed double. They're unfortunate because they're at their peak level at the same time as Zhang Xuwei and Huang Yachong. It was tough contenders, but I think it gave them a lot of confidence that they got the better of Huang and Zhang in the World Tour finals.
On my right, Wang Dongping, Wang Yilu, China. And on my left, Goh Liu Ying, Chan Pensoon, Malaysia. Wang Dongping to serve to Chen Pensoon. Love all. Play.
So a repeat of last year's quarter-final this year at the semi-final stage. #2 seeds Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping. Nearest to us against last year's beaten finalists.
Yeah. So you would think that when they won here in the same arena last year, then Chen and Go would be the favorites. I don't see it that way. It's a slower playing arena this year due to the shuttle speed. So it's going to be interesting to see whether that will have any impact on it. One of the things that are important for the Malaysians, as always, is that Goh Liu Ying is able to control the front court and sort of win the initiative from the front court, beat the opponent's net player, so to speak. And it's going to be interesting to see how Huang and Wang are going to deal with that. The Indonesians, they consistently flick Goh Liu Ying when they're serving to her so that she gets away from the net there.
Just wide. Good rally. Very good rally. Yeah. not convinced the Malaysians really want to be increasing the pace of these rallies.
No. I think the playing conditions here give Wang and Huang even better defense than they've normally have. They're really solid in defense. Fantastic play there by Huang Dongping.
6-1. Service over. 2-6.
Well played by Chen and Go, chasing Wang Yilu from side to side and then scoring a relatively easy point here.
Now that's where she's so good.
Yeah.
4-6.
Close to the net. Not front court, but close to the net. In my opinion, she's the best in the world.
Oh, this has been a good comeback from
5-6.
5-point deficit. Now just 1 point in it.
Service over. 7-5.
He's pulled out of position with Chan Peng Soon.
8-5.
Yeah, there was the flicker.
I was going to say, have they served low to her at all yet?
Yeah, they have in
Yeah.
the beginning, but I would just flick consistently. I would much rather have her on the back court than playing a good service return on a short service.
Yeah.
And that's what every Indonesian pair is doing when they're playing Go and Chen.
Oh, he's missed it.
10-5.
The way I see it, the Malaysians, they have to go all out to get this first game here because they get a little bit help in their attack on the far side of the court. When they change ends, it's going to be even more difficult for them to kill their attack.
Oh, there's a big gap at the front. Oh my goodness, indecision from Wang Yilu.
Service over. 6-10. Shuttle, check.
I don't know if he was confused by all the movement on the Malaysian side there. What? Is she gone? Is she on the back court?
Yes,
Service
a
over.
nice shot. And it's a
11-6
5-point
interval.
advantage for Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping against the number 5 seeds here at the mid-game interval. Game number 1. It's all happening in double quick time. Only 7 minutes. Yang Ming, ex-doubles coach. Chu Chun-yen,
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
their personal coach, because
Thank you, coach.
the Malaysians at the end of last year quit the national team. They're now independent players.
Wasn't selected for the Sudirman Cup campaign, so tough battle for Olympic spots, I guess, in the Malaysian mixed doubles department.
That's just long. Yeah, especially as you consider the 3 pairs in contention. We're all in the quarter-final here. It just shows that it is really tight and really tough competition.
Service over. 7-12.
If only one pair qualifies, I suppose Chan here and Go would have to be clearly better than the 2 pairs playing in the national team
13.
in order to get the ticket.
So the selection from the NOC, the National Olympic Committee.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic play.
That just proves what you were talking about.
He's got a fantastic eye
Service
for
over.
the net game. Go to Ying
13.
plays at an amazing level for a player that has suffered the injuries that she has with both knees and shoulder injuries. Great to see her back playing well. She was totally dominant last year's quarterfinal and semi-final, where they beat the now top 2 in the world. That's gone long.
Well, you know, I think the drift does change, because you and I both put on our jumpers.
Yeah.
Whereas we were very warm, sitting in our commentary position a little earlier. A bit more air conditioning's been switched on or something.
Service over. 14-9.
Powerful player,
Yeah.
Wang Yilu.
16-9.
And quick too.
Yeah,
Look how he pounced on that.
really, really strong player.
think she has to go for it. I know she was slightly...
I don't think so.
No?
I think she was fishing. Let Chen work the backcourt. He's really agile, good at coming from side to side, and I think she sort of diminishes her value the further she gets away from the net. But of course, I mean, they could have the next rally she's able to kill it, and then I would change my mind, perhaps.
It's usually a woman's prerogative to change their minds. Yeah, that's clever. That's a lovely shot.
11-17.
Good service from Chen Peng-soon.
Oh, that's a clever return of serve.
Service over.
Great disguise.
18-12.
She's getting pushed back from the net position now is Go Liu Ying.
Saw them win in Guangzhou in extremely slow conditions, beating Jiang Siwei and Huang Yachong. Did Dongping and Yilu, so they should thrive in these slower playing conditions here in Istora compared to the previous years.
19.
First game here, definitely Chen and Go. They've had their moments, but apart from that, it's been one-way traffic.
Yeah, it has really.
When you're up 20-13, then you're feeling pretty confident.
Yeah. 7 game point opportunities.
13.
Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping.
Game.
Just needed the one though. 21-13, the opening game. 16 minutes. Yeah, you're right, Steve. It was really one-way traffic. There was a couple of very good rallies from the Malaysians, but in all honesty, I thought the Chinese pair were very much in control. There was something about placing the shuttle towards the right hip, or maybe it was beware of
the right hip.
Yeah. Definitely the right hip was in discussion.
Some power in that arm there. Chen Peng Soon.
20 seconds, coach 1, 20 seconds.
So the number 2 seeds from China, 1 game to the good.
Second game. Love all. Play.
So, Steen, what have the Malaysians got to try and do here? Obviously, they need to get her involved at the front of the court, but how do they do that?
They've got to push forward. They've got to push Go all the way up to the net, and Chen further up behind her. That's normally possible here because it's difficult for the opponents to play the backcourt, but I just think it's going to be difficult here, and there's extra power in the Chinese attack. That's a really, really good rally. If they can perhaps get Huang Dongping on the backcourt and tempt her to attack, look for the counter-attacking possibilities. I think the more or less stationary attack where it's Chen challenging the defensive position of Wang and Huang, that's going to be difficult to score points there. They're really strong in their defense, the 2 Chinese players. And play a lot of net game here. Chen should play Huang. Good defense. They've played a couple of rallies quite well here. I just think in the long run, they'll come out of the short end if they continue to play rallies like that.
Not the best of serves. Got away with it. They were under pressure right from the start because of that loose, slow serve. Oh, well, that's a challenge there. Yeah.
Very close.
Very, very close. I think that was definitely worth a challenge. Oh no, really out.
Challenge unsuccessful.
First challenge of this mixed doubles semi-final.
Service over. 4-3. Play. Service over. 4-4.
It's rewarded for women's doubles play as well there. Huang Dongping quite well from the back court. Chinese woman.
Oh
Oi.
my goodness me. Serve almost came in a downward direction.
4. Service over. 5-all.
You mentioned a moment ago, Steen, that Wang Dongping getting an advantage from having played women's doubles before, but concentrating solely on the mixed doubles at the moment. And
Yeah.
indeed are all 4 players on court, whereas all of them have played level doubles before. Wang Dongping, very versatile, 8 finals with 5 different partners in women's doubles.
Service over. 6-all. 6-all.
Yeah, that's well played.
7-6.
Yes, so far they've got to be satisfied with the start to the second game here. They're much more into the match now. Yeah, that's a flicker again.
8.
Second surveys
Stay on court.
serving to Go Ying.
Service over. 7-8.
Done Chan to get from side to side there.
Pushes long.
8-all.
A moment of magic.
Service over.
What a
9,
super
8.
shot. Totally unexpected. How on earth did he play that? That's magnificent.
And many people might say, okay, why are they not moving, trying to return it? And it's just in vain. They've all their focus on other areas of the court. It's simply not possible.
9-8.
Yeah.
He was simply too quick, Wang Yilu.
Service over.
Hit before the shuttle arrived.
9-all.
service fault called. Drive serve. Not quite as high as the one we saw previously from Wang Yilu. And it is the Malaysians who have the advantage at the mid-game interval here in the second game. Albeit just one solitary point. But psychologically, that's huge for the Malaysians. Interesting, most of the talk from Chinese coach Yang Ming is directed at Wang Yilu.
Yeah, I think they've sort of gotten themselves into a little too much of a dogfight in the flat game. You would think that they are better, but the thing is they can't really push them, push their flat shots without having to think about the back line. So a little bit more patient and trying to play themselves into genuine attacking possibilities would be my advice. Good defense.
Oh, goodness, that's a good shot.
And that was again the easy points for Chen and Go.
13-11.
But I'm a little impressed by the defense the two Malaysians are showing on this near side of the court. They get a lot of shots back. Excellent, excellent play.
Service over.
Taking the pace out of it.
12.
And then waiting for a little upward shot from either Wang or Huang.
Big gap.
15,
Well found.
12.
This is totally opening up our own court, Huang Dongping. They're shaken.
They are.
16, 12.
it's landed well in. He was convinced that was going to land out. Totally lost his spatial awareness.
13-16.
Yeah, look, very casual. That's going out. And a good 6 inches in.
Good thing he didn't challenge it.
Yeah, well taken by Wang.
14-16.
Since that leave by Chen Peng-soon
16.
at 16-12, 3 straight points to their opponents. They're right back in it now.
Thank you, Chen.
Excellent. Fantastic move by Wang Dongping.
Yeah.
16 all.
They're back level. 4 straight points. And now the Malaysians might live to regret that lack of spatial awareness from Chen Peng-soon, leaving that shuttle that was so clearly in.
Lucky he played it directly into the racket of Wang Dongping.
17-16.
Lots of talking going on in the
17-16.
Malaysian pair. I hope they can cope with it.
Just missed it. My goodness. I was surprised she even reached the shuttle.
Service over. 17.
That was a great effort from Go Liu Ying. Look at that. Aimed for the cross-court net shot. And didn't miss by much. Even elegant in the way she dives. that could be costly.
Did it touch the net, or was it a tumbling serve from Huang Dongping? Seemed like shuttle
Deflected.
tumbled a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, missed it. 3 straight points to go into the lead, the number 2 seeds.
18.
What a super return of serve. Who's got the nerve?
So far,
Yeah.
19 all.
Yeah, almost identical return of serve.
Fantastic service return by Huang Dongping.
Yeah,
Service
and so
over.
it's a match point opportunity
20 match
for
points.
the number 2 seeds,
19.
Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping.
Wang.
Oh my goodness. There's that drive serve again.
But Chan Peng-soon is really, really good at returning those kind of serves.
Yeah.
All.
With the reaction there, that was great.
So, match point saved. 20 all and extra points required until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Yeah, well worked. A great finish by Huang Dongping. And it's a second match point opportunity now for the number 2 seeds from China.
Play.
Oh my goodness.
That
Yeah, they've done it. And look at the celebration. That meant an awful lot to Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping. Beaten a year ago by this same Malaysian pair, but avenged that defeat this year and have put their place in the final. Had to come from behind
match won by Wang
in
Yilu,
that
Huang
second
Dongping,
game, 12-16 down at one stage.
22-20.
But in the end, 2 straight games. 21-13, 22-20. And they're through to their first ever Indonesia Open final. The confirmation of the score. 21-13, 22-20 on their second match point opportunity.